Hello O-level students. Today I am going to do Department of Education Northern Province 3rd term test paper 2020. So this is paper 1. You get 2 hours. You already know there are 2 sections, part A and part B. Part A you get 25 short questions and part B you get 5 long questions. So each question in part A worth 2 marks and each question in part B worth 10 marks. And you have to answer all the questions within the given space. So you can't ask for rough papers. So let's take the first page. You get questions 1 to 5. Then you get questions 6 to 13. Next 14 to 18. And then 19 to 22 and you get 23 to 25. That's part A. Then you get part B, question 1, 2, 3, 4 and then question number 5. So let's do this paper now. Let's do question number 1. Find the value of root 2 into root 8. So when you are multiplying root values, what can you say? Root A into root B, you can write as root of AB. You can just multiply these two. So we can multiply. So you get root 2 into root 8 is root 16. What is square root of 16? Square root of 16 is 4. So you get 4 as the answer and 2 marks for that. So 2 marks for this question. Let's take the next one. Question number 2. Simplify. 2 fractions with different denominators. 11 over 24 minus 3 over 8. What's the lowest common multiple of 24 and 8? That's 24. So here you get 11 there. You don't need to do anything. This one you have to multiply by 3 to get 24 as the denominator. So 3 times 3, 9. 11 minus 9 is 2. 2 over 24. You can simplify and write 1 over 12. So you get 2 marks for that question as well. Question number 3. Find the value of x. In this triangle, the sum of angles in a triangle is 180. So 90 plus x and x should be equal to 180. So you get 90 plus 2x is 180 and solve for x. Take 90 to the other side. 2x becomes 180 minus 90. So you get 90 there. So divide both sides by 2. You can find the x value. X becomes 45 degrees. So 2 marks for that question as well. These are short questions. You can spend less than 2 minutes. Question number 4. How much is 40% of 6,000? 40%. 40% is 14 over 100 of 6,000. Simplify. You can divide by 100. So cross out 2 zeros. You can multiply by 6 by putting 0. 6 times 4, 24. 2 remaining. 6 times 1, 6 plus 2, 8. So 840 rupees. 2 marks you are getting. Question number 5. Write the gradient and intercept of the straight line 2y equals 6x plus 1. To find out the gradient and y-intercept, you have to make y as the subject. So divide the whole equation by 2. 6 divided by 2 is 3x. 1 divided by 2 is half. Now we know this is like y equals mx plus c form. M is the coefficient of x. So gradient is 3. This is the y-intercept. So, intercept is half. So, you get 1 mark each for the gradient and intercept. Question number 6. Find the lowest common multiple of 6xy and 8x. So, we can write as prime number. 6 is 2 times 3, x and y. 8, how can you write? 2 times 2 times 2, 2 to the power 3, x. When you're finding lowest common multiple, you have to consider all factors with maximum power. 2, 2 to the power 3. 3 just once and x is x and y. So 2 to the power 3 is 8. 8 times 3, 24 xy. So you get 2 marks for that. Question number 7. Factorize. This is a quadratic expression. How you find the factors? Find the factors of minus 72. Find the factors of minus 72. When you add the factors, you need to get minus 1. So what are the factors? 72, you can write as 36 here. Divide by 2, 18. Divide by 2, 9. And here we can see 8 and 9. 8 times 9 is 72. So you can split the middle term to 9x and 8x. Which one is the positive one? Bigger one should be the negative because here you get minus. So minus 9x and plus 8x. Take the first 2 and factorize. You can take x out. Then when you take the second and third and fourth one, you can take 8 as the common one. This is x minus 9. Now you can see x minus 9 is common for both and x plus 8 is remaining. So the factors are x minus 9 and x plus 8. So you get 2 marks for that. Question number 8. Find the 12th term of the arithmetic progression 5, 11, 17. So what's the first term? First term is 5. What's the common difference? You can take the difference between any 2 terms, 11 minus 5 or 17 minus 11. You need to get the same answer. So 6 is the common difference. So what is the 12th term? Nth term of the arithmetic progression is a plus n minus 1d. Now substitute n as 12 because we need 12th term. First term is 5. 12 minus 1, 11. D equals 6. According to Bodmer's, you have to do multiplication first. 66 plus 5, you get 71. So how many marks? You are getting 2 marks for this question as well. Question number 9. 4 men completed 1/4 of a certain work in 5 days. What is the total number of man days needed for the whole work? 1/4 of work. How many man days needed? 4 men, 5 days. 4 times 5. 20 man days. To complete the whole work, you need 4 times of that. So, full one part means complete the whole thing. You need 20 times 4. Altogether, 80 man days. So, you get 2 marks for that. Question number 10. Solve. 6 into x plus 2 equals 24. Without expanding brackets, you can easily divide both sides by 6. and get rid of this value. So you get x plus 2 equals 24 divided by 6 is 4. Take 2 to the other side, that becomes minus 2. 4 minus 2 is equal to 2. So you get 2 marks. Question number 11. Simplify. How you simplify? You can factorize the numerator. X squared plus 4x. You can factorize and write down x is common, x plus 4. Now you can cross out the common terms in the numerator and the denominator. X plus 4 get cancelled out. You get x over x minus 4. So 2 marks for that. Question number 12. Write the solution set of whole numbers of the inequality minus 2 in between minus 2 and 3. So when you draw the number line, minus 2, minus 1, 0, 1, 2, 3. Minus 2 is not included, so you draw an open circle. 3 is included, you draw a solid circle in between these two values. So what are the whole numbers, integers, in between this? You can't consider minus 2. Minus 1, 0. 0 is also an integer. 1, 2, and you can consider 3 because 3 is included. So you get 2 marks for that. Question number 13. Simplify. Decimal multiplication. So ignore the decimal point and just multiply. 2 times 4 times 1. So 2 times 4 times 1 is 8. Then you consider how many decimal places we have to keep. 1, 2, 3 all together. So you can start from here and keep 3 places. So 0, 0. So you have to keep the decimal point here. So what's the answer? 0.008. So 2 marks for that. Question number 14. Simplify. Same base, different powers. Multiplication is there. First we'll do inside multiplication becomes addition of powers. So what is inside? 6 plus 12, you get 18. Then brackets. What's the rule when you have brackets? You have to multiply the powers. So you get x to the power 18 times 3/4. Divide by 2, you get 9 and 2. So x to the power 9 times 3, 27. Divide by 2. So 2 marks for that. Question number 15. Express 1 and 1/5 as a percentage. So you have to multiply by 100%. Before that, we'll convert the mixed number to improper fractions. 1 and 1/5 means 5 times 1, 5, 5 plus 1, 6, 6 over 5. Multiply by 100% to convert to a percentage value. 5 times 20, 20 times 6, 120%. You get 2 marks for that. Question number 16. The diagram shows a circle with center O and the radius 10. So that means when you draw the radius, that's OA or OB, that's 10 centimeters. The midpoint of the chord AB is X. This point is X. If the length of AB is 16, find the length of XC. What do you know about chord theorem? When you connect the center to the midpoint of the chord, the line is perpendicular to the chord. That's chord theorem. But we know this whole thing is 16, so one part is 8. So using the small right angle triangle, you can find out the length OX first. You want to find XC. So what is OX? OX squared is equal to 10 is the hypotenuse, 10 squared minus 8 squared. Because according to Pythagoras theorem, OX squared plus 8 squared is 10 squared. When you take it to the other side, you get this. 100 minus 64, you get 36. Square root of 36 is the value of OX. You get 6 centimeters. We know OX is 6, but OC is the radius. That's 10. So what is XC? XC is the radius minus the value we got. So XC should be 4 centimeters. So you get 2 marks for that. Question number 70. In epsilon, the whole universal set, the number of elements in universal set is 15. Number of elements in B is 7. Union is 10. Number of elements in intersection is 2. Find NA. You can easily use the formula. What is the formula? NA union B is equal to NA plus NB minus NA intersection B. You can substitute all the values and find NA. Union is equal to, that's 10. NA, you need to find, what is NB? 7. What is intersection? That's 2. Now simplify and find NA. NA equals 7 minus 2, 5. 10 minus 5 is 5. Find probability of getting A. What is the probability of getting A? Number of elements in A divided by the total number. That means N epsilon. In A we found 5. N epsilon is 15. 5 over 15 is the probability of getting A. Simplify, you can write 1 over 3. So you get 2 marks for that. You can give 1 mark each. We can give 1 mark for part A, part 1 and 1 mark for part 2. Question number 18. O is the center of this given circle. AD is a straight line segment. Using the given data, find the magnitude of ABC. This angle. How can we find out this angle? We know this is 50. What is this angle? AD is a straight line. 180 minus 50. 180 minus 50. You get 130 here. What is the relationship between this angle and this angle? We know that according to circle theorem, the angle subtended at the center is double as the angle subtended on the circumference. So, if this is 130, what is ABC angle? Half of 130. So, what you get? 65 degrees. So, you get 2 marks for that. Question number 19. The pie chart shows information about cultivation done by 180 farmers. If the number of farmers cultivating carrot and beans are equal, carrots and beans, these two angles are equal. If this is x, this is also x. Find the number of farmers cultivated carrot. So let's find out the angle. 90 plus 30, 120. 360 minus 120, you get 240. That's for this section and this section. That's 2x. 2x is 240. What's the angle for x? 240 divided by 2, you get 120. So we can find how many farmers are there cultivating carrot. That's x angle. That's 120 out of 360. But we know the whole thing is with how many farmers? 180. So the whole circle is 180 farmers. So you can multiply by 180. So you get 2 is in the denominator. 120 divided by 2, you get 60. 60 farmers cultivate carrots. So you get 2 marks for that. Question number 20. Unbiased die numbered from 1 to 6 rows and notice the side landed. Find the probability of getting phase 6. So when you throw a die, what are the possibilities you can get? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 sides are there. But how many sixes you are getting? Only 1. So what is the probability of getting 6? So what is the probability of getting 6? 1 outcome out of 6 possibilities. So 1 over 6. Find the probability of getting phases marked 6 or 5. Either 6 or 5. That means 2 possibilities are there. 6 or 5. There are 2 possibilities out of 6. You can simplify and write 1/3. So you get 1 mark each. Question number 21. Find the value of x using the given data. So it's a cyclic quadrilateral. And these 2 lines are parallel. So what can you say? If the 2 lines are parallel, these 2, and first you can find this angle. If it's a cyclic quadrilateral, what's the property? Sum of opposite angles add up to 180. So you can easily find DCB angle by taking 180 minus 70. That's 110. Then these 2 lines are parallel. What are these 2 angles? Allied angles. If the 2 lines are parallel, allied angles add up to 180. So 110 plus x should be 180. So what is x? X is 180 minus 110. That's 70 degrees. So you get 2 marks. Question number 22. Make A as the subject of the formula. A plus B equals AX. Here you have to take all A terms to one side. I'll take this A to this side. That becomes subtraction. Now you can take A out from this. When you take A out, you get x minus 1. Then how you make A as the subject? You can divide by x minus 1. So B over x minus 1. So you get 2 marks. Question number 23. Expand and simplify. How you expand? You can either use FOIL method or straight away, if you know the multiplication, you can write down straight away. What's the what are the terms you are getting? First term squared, last term squared, and the middle term becomes 2 times the multiplication of the 2. So you can do that way, or you just multiply using FOIL. How you do that? X with x, x squared. X with 1/4, x over 4. 1/4 into x, you get the same term, x over 4. 1/4 into 1/4, you get 1 over 16. These two are like terms. You can simplify and write down. X and x becomes 2x. 2x over 4 is same as half x, x over 2, plus 1 over 16. So you get 2 marks for expanding and get the final answer. Question number 24. Find the 12th term of the geometric progression. What's the first term? First term is given 3 over 8. What's the common ratio? Any term divide by the previous term. You can take 3/4 divide by 3/8. What's the value? You keep the first fraction as it is. The second one, you take the reciprocal, 8 over 3, and convert division to multiplication. 3 and 3 get cancelled out. 4 times 1, 4 times 2. So the common ratio is 2. So what is the 12th term? T12 is equal to first term, that's 3 over 8, into ratio, that's 2 to the power n minus 1. N minus 1 means 12 minus 1. That's 11. So let's simplify this. What is 8 in terms of base 2? That's 2 to the power 3. I can write 2 to the power 3 there. Now we can simplify further. Same base, different powers division, we subtract the powers. So 11 minus 3, you get 2 to the power 8. What is 2 to the power 8? 2 to the power 7 is 128. 128 multiplied by 2, 256. 3 times 256. You get 3 times 6, 18, 1 remaining. 3 times 5, 15, plus 1, 16, 1 remaining. 3 times 2, 6, plus 1, 7. So the answer is 7. You get 2 marks for that. Question number 25. Sin n equals 2/5. Find the tan n. What is the relationship between sin and tan? When you take the triangle, right angle triangle, if the angle is n, we know sin is opposite over hypotenuse. So, if opposite is 2, hypotenuse is 5. Then what is the adjacent of this triangle? You can use Pythagoras theorem and find out that 5 squared, hypotenuse squared minus the other side square, and take the square root. 25 minus 4, 21 square root. Then you can easily write down the tan ratio. What is tan ratio? Tan n becomes, to this angle, opposite is 2, adjacent is root 21. So tan n is 2 divided by root 21. So we covered all 25 short questions in this paper. Make sure that take less than 2 minutes per question and try to complete the first part within 1 hour. Let's do the part B now. So part B, you get 5 long questions and you have to answer all 5 questions within the given space. Show the method to receive the marks. So let's do the paper now. Question number 1. It's about fraction question. A man spent 2/5 of money he has on the first day and 1/4 of the remaining amount on the second day. Expressed as a fraction, the amount remained after first day. So first day he spent 2/5. So what is the value? Remaining 1 minus 2/5. So 1 you can write 5/5 minus 2/5. That becomes 3/5. So the remaining part after first day is 3/5. So how many marks for that part? 1 mark. Express amount of money spent on the second day as a fraction. So here second day, 1/4 of the remaining, 3/5 remaining and 1/4 of that. So you have to multiply by 1/4. So what's the value? 3/20. So here second day, money spent on the second day as a fraction is 3/20. So how many marks for that part? You are getting 2 marks for that. Express the amount remain after second day as a fraction. So 2/5 first day, 3/20 second day. What's the total? Total parts is here, convert to the same denominator 20. That means you have to multiply by 4 here. 4 times 2, 8 plus 3, 11/20. That's the used amount, total. Then remaining amount, you have to take 1 minus that. So remaining amount is 1 minus 11/20. 1 you can write now 20/20. Subtract 20 minus 11 is 9. 9/20 parts are remaining. So how many marks for this part? You are getting 3 marks for that. Part 4. After the second day, he deposited 1/3 of the remaining amount in a bank. So what's the fraction? Remaining fraction is 9/20. 9/20. From that, 1/3 he deposited in a bank. If he deposited 4,200, so this fraction means 4,200 rupees in the bank. Find the total amount of money he had. So when you simplify this, you get 3 parts out of 20, means 4,200. To find out one part, you need to divide this by 3. To get the full 20 parts, you have to multiply by 20. So let's do that. 4,400 multiplied by 20. 1, 2, 3. 2 times 4, 8. 2 times 1, 2. So 28,000 rupees he had. So how many marks for this part? We can give 2 marks for finding the fraction and 2 marks for finding the value. So altogether we have given 10 marks for the first question. So let's do question number 2. It's about statistics, and here this part is about algebra. So you have given a data set. Calculate the quartiles of the above number distribution. First check whether these data are in order. No, you have to write in order first. So what's the smallest one? We can write 12, then 15, 18. Then what's the next one? 20 is there, 25. Now in this one in order, 28, 30, 34, 40, 43. Check again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. First, arrange the data set in order. how you find out the quartiles or median or whatever, you can cross it out. Easily you can cross it out and find the middle one. Because this is only 10 data points. So you can easily cross out the ones and find the value. So what is the middle value? So middle value is here 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. So middle of these two. So you add and divide by 2 to get the median. So I'm skipping this one part now because it's easy to find out the median first. So median is 25 plus 28 divided by 2. 53 divided by 2. 26.5. Now let's do the quartiles, the first part. I'll take a different color and cross it out now. The left hand side. This one with this one. This one with this one. This is the quartile. First quartile. Q1 equals 18. Then Q3, do the same thing for the right hand side. Cross out these values and you get 34 as Q3. And how you find out the interquartile range? Difference between the quartiles. Interquartile range is equal to Q3 minus Q1. What's Q3? 34. Q1 is 18. Subtract. 16 is the interquartile range. So let's see how many marks for each part. So you get quartiles Q1 and Q3, 2 marks. And the median, you are getting 1 mark. Median 1 mark. And for the interquartile range also 1 mark. Part B, expand and simplify. Here you get power 3. How you do that? You can consider first power 2 and multiply the same term with this answer. So what is power 2? Same thing twice. You can use FOIL. X into x, x squared, and x into 3, 3x, 3 into x, 3x, and 3 into 3, 9. When you simplify, you get x squared plus 3x and 3x becomes 6x and plus 9. Now you have to multiply it again with x plus 3. Again use the multiplication. You have to multiply all these terms. X squared with x, you get x cubed. X squared with 3, 3x squared. 6x with x, 6x squared. 6x with 3, 18x. 9 with x, 9x. 9 with 3, 27. Now simplify like terms. What you get? X cube you are getting. These two are like terms. X squared terms are like terms. 3 plus 6, 9. 9x squared. These two are again like terms. 18 plus 9, 27. Plus 27 is the final answer. Then solve this equation. X into x minus 5 is equal to 36. You have to expand brackets and take all terms to one side. Expand brackets, x squared minus 5x. Take 36 to this side. That's minus 36 equals 0. Now try to factorize. What are the factors of minus 36? When you add the factors, you need to get minus 5. Easily you can get. What are the factors? 9 and 4. Middle term is minus, so that means the bigger number is minus and the smaller one is plus. Minus 9 and 4. You can straight away write down the factors are x minus 9 and x plus 4. If you can't do that, you split the middle term to minus 9x and 4x and factorize separately. First two terms and the last two terms. Take x out, you get x minus 9. What is the common term for these two? You get 4. You get x minus 9 as well. So x minus 9 is common, take it out. And what is remaining? You get x plus 4. So what are the solutions? Product is 0 means either x minus 9 is equal to 0 or x plus 4 equals 0. So x becomes 9 or x becomes minus 4. So let's see how many marks given for these two questions. So expanding brackets. You get 3 marks. Expanding brackets, you get 3 marks. And what's the other one? Solving the two equations, 9 and minus 4, you get 3 marks. So altogether, we have given 10 marks for this question as well. Let's do question number 3. It's about areas and perimeter as well. The diagram shows a semicircular part removed from the sector of a circle of radius 21 centimeters and angle at the center is 90. Find the radius of the semicircular part removed. This is the diameter. 21 is the diameter. So what is the radius? Radius is 21 divided by 2. That's the radius. So you get 10.5 centimeters is the radius. So you get how many marks for this part? You get 2 marks for that. Next part, find the areas of sectors of circles separately. We'll find the semicircle first. Semicircle. What's the area? Half of a circle. So half of a circle, half into pi r squared. Pi you can take 22 over 7. Radius is 10.5, but it's easy to write as 21 over 2. It's easy to simplify. 2 get cancelled out with this. 7 times 3. So you can multiply. 3 times 21 is 63. 63 minus 11. What's the easiest way to multiply? Here you get 4 there. Easiest way to multiply by 11 is you separate out the first digit and the last digit. And you have to add these two. 6 plus 3, you get 9. 693. Divide by 4. You get 4 times 1, 4. 29. 4 times 7, 28. For 13, 4 times 3, 12. 1 remaining. So 173 and 1/4. So that's semicircular part. So we have not done the full thing. Or you can write 173.25 square centimeters is the semicircular part. What is the area of the quarter of a circle? Quarter of a circle? 1/4. 90 over 360, 1/4. Pi, 22 over 7. What's the radius now? Radius is 21. 21 times 21. So when you look at the previous answer, what's the difference? 22 over 7 is there. 21 is there. Another 21. So extra is here 2 times 2 times 2, but this is 1/4. So that means you have to multiply this answer by 2. That's the difference. So when you take, again I'll show you how you get that. You don't need to multiply again. 22 over 7 is there. 21 is there. This is 4, but 2 is there. 2 is there. What's the extra part? Extra part is 2 here. That means half of the value is 173.25. What's the next value? The total. Multiply by 2. So I can easily do with the previous answer. 173.25 multiplied by 2. 2 times this is 0.5. 2 times 3 is 6. 2 times 7, 14. 1 remaining. 2 times 1, 2 plus 1, 3. 346.5 square centimeters is the area of the full thing. Now let's see how many marks for each part. 346.5 is 2 marks here. And 173.25, you get 2 marks. Find the area of the shaded region. So full thing minus the other one. So we know that it's half, exactly half of that. So you get half of the full thing. So let's subtract 346.5. 346.5 minus 173.25. When you subtract, you get the same answer. 173.25 square centimeters is the shaded area. So let's see how many marks for that part. You get 2 marks. Find the perimeter of the shaded region. Perimeter of the shaded region. So 21 comes. Arc length of this and arc length of this. So perimeter becomes 21 plus. What is the arc length of the bigger one? So you can take 1/4. That's the quarter of a circle. So 90 over 360. 1/4 of 2 pi r now. 2 pi 22 over 7. Radius is 21 because arc length is 2 pi r. Plus, what is the semicircle? When you take semicircle, what's the arc length? Now, this is a semicircle, half into 2 pi r. Pi is 22 over 7. What is the radius? Not 21. 21 divided by 2 because 21 is the diameter. So you have to simplify and get the answer. 7 times 3. 2 and 2, 4. Get cancelled out with this 4. 2, 2, 7 times 3. 2 times here 11. So you get 21. 11 times 3, 33. 11 times 3, 33. So what's the total? 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 2, 3, 5, 5 plus 3, 8. 87 centimeters is the perimeter of this shaded part. So how many marks? For that one you get 2 marks. So we have done this question as well and gave 10 marks. Let's take question number 4. It's about pie chart. So let's look at the pie chart and try to answer these questions. The pie chart shows the information about number of votes received by political parties A, B, C, D. If the party A received 6,000 votes, so 90 degrees means 6,000. Calculate the total number of votes received by 4 parties. So you can find out easily using the angle. 90 means 6,000. Full thing means 360. So 360 degrees means you have to multiply this by 4. 6,000 divided by 90 and multiply by 360 means multiply by 4. So you get 24,000 votes are altogether. So this is 24,000 votes is the answer. If the parties C and D receive the same number, so this angle and this angle are the same, we'll put X. Find the angle at the center for C and find the total number of votes received by party C. So the total is 360. 120 plus 90, what you get? 210. 360 minus 210, you get 150. Divide this by 2, you get each angle is 75. This is 75 and this is 75. Again, you can use the ratio. 90 degrees means 6,000. What about 75 degrees? 6,000 divided by 90 multiplied by 75. 3 times 3, 3 times 200, 3 times 2, 6, 5, 25 times 200. So you get 5,000 votes are there for C party. So here 200 multiplied by 25. 5,000. So 5,000. Angle at the center is 75 and number of votes 5,000. Find the number of votes received by party B. Now you need to find out for 120 degrees. 90 means 6,000. What about 120? 6,000 divided by 90 multiplied by 120. 3 times 2, 2,000. So 3 times 4. 2,000 into 4. 8,000. 8,000 votes for party B. If votes received by party A and B were rejected, 1,000 and 4,000 respectively. So from A, 1,000 rejected. From B, 4,000 rejected. Now earlier we found 5,000, 8,000 for party B. So 8,000 minus 4,000, now the number is 4,000. Find the angles at the center of mu represent sectors A and B. What happened to the first one? Rejected. So now the value is 6,000 minus 1,000, 5,000. But the same number of votes altogether, 24,000 is the total. To find out the angle, you can multiply by 360. 3 zeros get cancelled out. 6 times 4, 6 times 60, 4 times 15 is 60. 15 times 5. So new angle for party A is 75 now. This is for party A. What about party B angle now? 8,000 minus 4,000. Now the new number is 4,000 out of 24,000. And to get the angle, we multiply by 360. 3 zeros get cancelled out. 4 times 6, 6 times 60. 360. So now the new angle for B is 60 degrees. Earlier 120 becomes 60 degrees. Earlier for party A 90 degrees becomes 75. Let's see how many marks for the whole question. You get 2 marks for this part. And 75 and 5,000 you get 3 marks. And finding 8,000 you get 2 marks here. And finding angles separately you get 3 marks. We'll give 3 marks here. And 2 marks and 1 mark you can give. So altogether 10 marks for this question. Question number 5. This is about probability. There are 4 girls and 2 boys in a classroom. If 2 children randomly went out of the classroom, one after the other, and did not come back, draw the dotted graph to represent above information, and using the dotted graph, you have to answer the questions. So 4 girls. Let's take, this is the first attempt. G1, G2, G3, G4. Then 2 boys, B1 and B2. So let's do the same thing. G1, G2, G3, B1, B2. So here it says after the other and did not come back. So this is dependent case. So you can't take the same person. If it's G1, you can't take the other one. You can take all the other outcomes. G2, you can't take G2 again. You can mark the other ones. G3, you can't take all the other ones. G4 also you can take. Here we didn't take G4. 4 girls are there. So let's write down that one. Here this part. 4 girls are there. G4, B1, B2. So you get all these possibilities as well. And this one, G4, you can't get G4, the other ones. B1, you can't get B1 again. B2, you can't get B2 again. So these are the possibilities. Using this graph, we'll try to answer the questions. Find the probability that both the children are girls went out from the room. So let's see which part is that, girls and girls. So which section? This part you have to consider. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 12 out of whole thing. How many are all together? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. 15 and 15, 30. So 12 out of 30 is the probability of getting both girls. Divide by 2. You can write 6 over 15. Divide by 3. So 2/5. Next part. Find the probability that both the children are boys went out from the room. That means you have to select boys first attempt as well as the second attempt boys. So that means here this part. 2 out of 30. So that means 1 over 15. Next one. If the first child went out from the room is a boy and the second is a girl, find the probability of this event. First one is a boy. First one is a boy and the second one is a girl, means you can select these outcomes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So 8 out of 30. So you can divide by 2. That's 4 over 15. Let's give marks for each part. So the diagram. For the diagram, you are getting 2 marks. And then you are getting next one, 12 over 30, that's 2 marks. And the next one, 2 marks, 1 over 15 and 2 marks here. So we have given 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So 2 marks for the last part. So you get 2, 2, 2. This is 8, 6 and this is 2, 8. So that means you are getting another 2 marks for selecting the correct regions. For the first question, this region, second question, this region, and third question, this region. So another 2 marks for that. So altogether, you get 10 marks for the whole question. So we covered all questions in paper 1. 25 short questions and 5 long questions, and make sure that you take 12 minutes per question in part B. And what about part A? You can spend 2 minutes per question. Make sure that you do this paper and then watch my video to check your answers.